What do you actually do after a micro wedding ceremony? Do you just walk off? Is there somewhere you go? Let's talk about it. I'm taking this question to mean after the actual ceremony part, as if you were walking back down the aisle in a more traditional wedding. But if you mean general activity ideas for an elopement, drop that in the comments because I can make a whole video about that too. Most couples want just a moment post-ceremony to actually just have a second to themselves and take in the fact that they just got married. So a lot of times I like to have an area that they can go to that just allows them to breathe for a second. We use these as our first example. You can see that we set up the guest chairs here to have a makeshift aisle on the beach, and it really allowed them to come back down through that aisle. Their family stayed down on the beach for a little bit, and they were able to get some separation and just stand back for a minute and take it all in. In this ceremony, the woods came right up to the water, so there was a path that went down to the water. The couple, after their ceremony, walked back down that path, had a minute to themselves, and then rejoined their family to celebrate after, which you can see in that bottom picture is them coming back. For this ceremony, which was even smaller and more intimate, and instead of walking off and having some separation, they just went right in for hugs with the family and sat there chatting, enjoying the view for a few minutes. I don't think that any of these scenarios feel awkward because when you're having a wedding day that's this intimate, in a micro wedding or an elopement, it is truly the people who love you most and who support you most that are standing there celebrating with you, and there's nothing awkward or performative about celebrating your love with them on your wedding day. Most of the time, bigger, more traditional weddings are that more performative aspect, which is where you kind of get that, oh, what do I do now? And it feels like a performance that you're planning instead of just a celebration with your loved ones. Don't come at me for saying that. I know that's not the case for everybody, but that is the overarching reason that I see most of my couples elope, because it just feels more aligned with them and they don't want to have to perform for anybody on their wedding day. Taking out that performance aspect takes out the awkwardness as well. And if you have any more questions about how a micro wedding or an elopement ceremony looks, drop it in the comments. I would love to answer and show off all of my beautiful couples who have done this.